Hey everyone, this is Cynthia, psychic and astrologer. So today we're going to definitely be discussing the full moon in Cancer. It's definitely going to be a very interesting and exciting full moon. Lots to talk about. So let's get started. Now, before I discuss the full moon, I did want to mention very quickly that we still are dealing with two retrogrades. Now, we have currently the Mars and Gemini retrograde that will finally go direct January 12th. Now, the Mars and Gemini, Mars will stay in Gemini all the way to the end of March, but will finally go direct on January 12th. Now we have a Mercury retrograde going on, but the good thing is that Mercury does go direct January 18th. So definitely it will help in moving things along, signing any contracts, making any negotiations. So I just wanted to mention that very quickly. Now, the full moon on January 6th will fall in the sign of Cancer. Now, when we are dealing with the sign of Cancer, it's obviously ruled by the fourth house, the house of home. And usually I associate Cancer as being very introverted, wanting to be around the home, liking the home. This could also bring about a time of dealing with issues relating to the home. Um, but what's interesting is that this is also a time and uh, a sign that really might be more focused on doing things more independently versus dealing with others around. So, this could actually relate to, for instance, on a work related situation, maybe looking for more independent work, maybe working from home, working remotely. When it comes to relationships, having a disconnect, not necessarily that it could be something negative. Maybe the disconnect is, hey, I need my space while I figure things out. Or if we're in a relationship, sometimes there's certain things that I want to do on my own. Now, what's very, very positive and what I love about this full moon is that it connects very, very well with Uranus. So, Uranus is obviously currently in the sign of Taurus, but the connection that it makes during this time could bring about the next 2 weeks opportunities, connections, surprises, positive surprises and connections. This could bring about great opportunities that could bring you maybe opportunities of more money, maybe opportunities of building relationships, friendships, meeting new people, building opportunities to build a new connection. This could also be a very good time where you could actually start doing something online independently through the internet, maybe even using the opportunity of the internet to build like an online store or maybe start something, like I said, independently online. Maybe you decide to take classes and courses to further your career, like take online classes. Maybe it's a certification. So there's definitely a lot of great energy when it comes down to Uranus, the connection to Uranus with this full moon. Yes, any full moon can bring out our emotions, can make us more sensitive. Even though the full moon is on January 6th, you may start to feel these emotions as early as about January 4th. So, the energy of a full moon does last 2 weeks. But with the full moon, I've noticed that the energy starts to kind of kick in, like I said, about a good 2, maybe even 3 days before the date of the full moon. Then, I feel that with this full moon does also open up new opportunities, new connections. Being that it's a full moon, usually we associate it with completions and ending, the final or step of a situation or a project. But because of Uranus and the great connection that it makes with Uranus, I really feel this can be a very positive time of opportunities, of taking on a new venture, and not necessarily, at least from what I keep getting, not anything that I would associate in a negative way. So this could easily create a situation where you're starting to take a greater step for what you want to do and the steps you want to take so that you can accomplish goals for yourself that maybe you felt that you have left behind. So, with this great full moon and the opportunities that I feel can easily bring about, the only thing that I would say to just be aware of is that Mercury does oppose this full moon. So, when you have an opposition of any sort, it can create friction. It can create maybe some delays, but I don't really think it's going to create the delays of a total setback. Yes, Mercury just happens to be retrograding during this time. Any kind of delays or setbacks, I don't think it's anything that you would be surprised about or that you couldn't handle. So maybe that might be maybe the only thing that you need to be aware of, but everything else does seem to indicate that it can easily be a time of new opportunities, and anything that is relating to you, it's going to be more about how you can accomplish or what you can accomplish that is going to be beneficial for yourself and where you want to be moving forward. So you definitely want to check out your January monthly horoscope because I do discuss how this full moon does affect your sign. Obviously, if you happen to know your rising sign, make sure you check out that horoscope too. But at the same time, we are going to be running into Venus entering Aquarius. And actually, the sun enters Aquarius later on this month on January 20th. So, this actually is just a time of opportunity for you, like I said, to venture out, to be open to what is what you want to accomplish, where your goals are at, and what's going to make you happy. Uranus, I think, is going to be a great delight. It's going to be an opportunity of positivity there that could open up many doors for you, if anything, with the connections that we have coming up. The sun connecting really well with Uranus. Again, greater energy, unexpected great opportunities there. This could come through a connection, a friend, a coworker, something you see online doesn't necessarily all have to relate to career and finances. This could be social life, relationships, friendships, building new connections in that way. Maybe it's online, maybe it's a support system, maybe it's a new group that you connect with because it's something you want to pursue. Maybe it's a hobby or a new type of venture that could maybe bring you more money. So definitely you want to keep an eye here for the full moon. I really feel it's going to be a great time of opportunity there, great connections. The energy from the sun and Uranus is looking really, really good. Um, I think this could easily open up doors for you. Maybe a little minor delay because of this Mercury retrograde. You may not really feel too much from it. Maybe you do. But I think this full moon has a lot of opportunity there for you. And the opportunities that are there, I think could really benefit you for the long term.